Hey, Sue.
Hello.
Hi. So, Sanders, Rose, and Goodell are sitting here too with Marlene and Barb and myself.
Okay, sorry, who was the other person?
Saunders, Rose, and Grindle.
Okay.
Jaren and Dale.
Okay, so what I am going to do is try to walk you through this. And Mayor McKetty was kind enough to forward to me the agenda for this meeting. I apologize, I just got out of the other council meeting and I'm just bringing everything up here.
Okay. So, we have to adopt the agenda.
Are we gonna adopt it as presented?
Yeah, what I would suggest is, I mean, given that the auditors are there, I think we should deal with the auditors. Is the other delegation in attendance?
No, not yet, but I think
Okay.
I just heard the door, someone at the door.
My brothers would be to do this. As I mentioned to Mayor McKetty, I'm obviously not the CAO or the corporate officer, nor can I stand in the place of the corporate officer and to make things as streamlined as possible. I think what we should do is have a motion to amend the agenda to include adoption of the minutes, include the delegation by the auditors, and to defer all other aspects of the agenda to a future meeting of council, save and except for item 14.
14.
That's the in-camera portion.
Oh, yeah, but we also have to do the letter up for the lease on the Canada Post. We have to approve that tonight.
Okay, so, that's what I would suggest, a motion to amend the agenda to only deal with those things that must be dealt with tonight.
Okay, so can I get a motion?
I make the motion that council adopt the agenda as amended with only
the
required
items.
items.
Can I get a second here?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, yeah, it's done, Sue.
Okay, so now, the first required item was item 3.1, item 3, adoption of the minutes, recommendation being that council adopts the minutes from the special council meeting held on May 3, 2021.
Can I get a second here?
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor? Okay,
Do we,
Okay, now, just to pause there, council, what we should do is we're going to go back and adopt have a motion for one of you to be authorized to take minutes of this meeting. So can somebody make a motion to authorize one of you to take the minutes?
I'll make the motion that Marlene takes the minutes for the meeting.
I'll
Can I get a
second.
second?
I'll second.
Discussion. All in favor? Okay,
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yeah.
We're Rise with report out of these minutes, the special council meeting, do we bring that out now?
Well, we've already passed. I want to wait till we've adopted the minutes, so we'll deal with that later.
Okay,
Okay, so now we've called to order, we've adopted the agenda, we've passed the resolution, and somebody is taking notes of who made the motion to second them for the purposes of keeping minutes. And when it comes to that, just as an aside, once you have once we're completed here, I will assist whoever is taking the minutes with preparing the formal version of the minutes, and we'll go from there.
okay.
Okay? So we're going to pretend as if the adoption of the previous minutes was dealt with after we nominated somebody to take minutes today.
Okay.
Everybody okay with that?
yes.
Okay, so we then move on to item 6.1, delegation. The recommendation being that council hear the delegation from Senator Rose, Crone, and Grindle.
Second?
Discussion? Okay, guys,
Excellent. Well, thanks very much for having us.
thanks for waiting.
No worries. I believe you guys have or hope anyway, a set of our financial
Yeah.
statements in front of you.
Very good.
If you turn to page 2, you'll see our independent auditors report. It's addressed to the mayor and council of the corporation of the village of Coos-Coupee. And it states that we've audited the financial statements of the corporation of the village of Coos-Coupee, which comprises the statement of financial position as at December 31st, 2020, and the statement of operations and accumulated surplus, along with the statement of cash flows, changes in net financial assets for the year that ended, and notes to the financial statements, which include a summary of significant accounting policies. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statements, in all material respects, present fairly the financial position of the municipality as at December 31st, 2020, and the results of operations and cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with Canadian public sector accounting standards. Management is responsible for the preparation and fair presentation of these financial statements in accordance with public sector accounting standards, and for such internal controls as management determines is necessary in order to prepare a set of financial statements that are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error. As auditors, our objective is to obtain a reasonable assurance about whether the financial statements as a whole are free from material misstatement. And as part of an audit in accordance with Canadian generally accepted auditing standards, we exercise professional judgment and maintain professional skepticism throughout the audit. In addition to this, we also identify and assess the risk of the material misstatement in the financial statements. We obtain an understanding of the internal controls as it relates to being able to develop audit procedures. We evaluate the appropriateness of the accounting policies used. We conclude on the appropriateness of management's use of the going concern, as well as we evaluate the overall presentation, structure, and content of the financial statements. Finally, we communicate with those charged with governance regarding, among other matters, the planned scope and timing of the audit, any significant audit findings, and also any significant deficiencies in internal controls. So, in other words, another clean auditor's report this year.
You guys have any questions?
Done for me.
Perfect.
Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you.
I'll let you guys go.
Yeah, no, great, thanks.
Silk, I'm just gonna let them out.
Sorry, that was fast.
Yes,
Okay,
we're streamlining, isn't that what you said?
sorry, I stepped away from my computer believing the auditors were as long-winded as lawyers. Moving forward then,
We'll wait
Just
till
1
the
second.
mayor comes back into the room.
okay,
Ryan, can you try and close that?
Oh, we're gonna be delayed a couple minutes. here.
Couple minutes, Silk, can't close the front door.
okay.
I was rid of cans. So the golf disc guys never showed up, so. We're okay with them using the park?
Yeah.
Wait for Marlene. Did you drop the front one too? First one?
The front.
So Sue, should we talk about the disc golf guys and then I can just call them tomorrow and let them know that they're allowed to use the park or not allowed to use the park?
Yeah, I mean, is that something later on in the agenda, Mayor McKetty?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
6.2
So why don't we,
recommendation.
obviously we haven't, and is council, by straw poll, is council inclined to allow them to use the park?
Yes.
Okay, so let's not worry about the delegation. Let's move on to the next part of the agenda that we need to deal with. And is that the
That's new
Canada
business.
Post? Item 8.1?
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on to 8.1, being that council received the extension of lease for the Canada Post Office for consideration.
I'll second.
Discussion.
I don't have any concerns. I think you should renew the contract.
Yeah, and it's a little bit more money too. All in favor? Okay, so then we go down to Motion to go into in-camera?
Yeah, now, when I look at that issue regarding the extension of the lease, I'm assuming that you all have had the information that's necessary to actually approve the extension.
Yes.
And are we leasing land, to Canada Post?
We're leasing a building to Canada Post. That-
Okay,
that's
because we
attached to
may
land.
need to give notice of that disposition, given that we've extended the lease. So what I'd like you to do, I'm not sure whether the intention was to actually approve the extension today, or for you to just receive the request for an extension for consideration. So given that you've agreed to extend it, could I ask that somebody move that, if necessary, council give notice of the extension of the lease in accordance with the requirements of the Canadian Charter?
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a seconder? I'll second it. All in favor? You got that down, Harmon?
No, I don't, if necessary. What?
The extension of lease for the Canada Post office. Council considers, what was that?
Council authorized notice of this, if necessary, council direct notice of disposition
Council directs.
to be given in accordance with the community charter
Of the community charter.
regarding the extension of the lease.
Okay.
And if you have those rough notes, Marlene, I will fill in the gaps for you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
We're trying to make the best of an awkward situation, so
Exactly.
bear with me. So with that being said, is that it in terms of things other than the in-camera minutes?
Right.
For in-camera. So then if we can move to number 14, and the recommendation is that set out in your agenda.
I recommend that council move to in-camera as per section 90LK, negotiations and related discussions respecting the proposed provision of a municipal service that are at their preliminary stages, and that, in the view of council, could reasonably be expected to harm the interests of the municipality if they were held in public.
Second. Seconder? All in favor?
Aye.
I'm just gonna text Dale.